think everything's working. What's up, everyone? And yeah, welcome to another YouTube video here on the channel. This one's a little bit different. So, if you guys don't know who I am, I'm Quentin, and I'm Murphy Photography and Film. And today, I thought it'd be a really good opportunity to kind of like go over um, where it all began. So, I have always liked photography. I've always liked filmmaking as well. I loved going to the movies when I was a kid. Fun fact: the first movie I ever watched was Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire. So like he's like the OG. So that was the first movie I ever watched in the theaters. I watched it with my mom, and I think what really made such an impact is the teachers and the people that surround you going through these creative processes. For me, it all started in my freshman science class. And I know that kind of sounds crazy. You'd be like, why does filmmaking or art or any of that has to be put in there? But Mrs. Yoke, if she's watching this, will know how much of an impact she's been on me, along with Mrs. Jones. Miss Jones was my math teacher, and she was also like our counselor in a way for get us to go to college, make sure we apply, and it was part of a program called Gear Up, etc., etc. Just these different types of programs in high school where it just prepares you. I'm from Calhoun County, West Virginia, which is a very small community. So small we don't even have a stoplight. We have like a yield light. And I graduated with 69 people in my graduating class. So our high school was very small. Our class size is very small, and you make those relationships with not only your peers but with your teachers as well. And like I said, it all started for me in that freshman class. Um, it was about a September, October. It was very early into the year, and what we had in front of us was we had three different options to do a science project, and it was we could do a oral presentation, which is speaking in front of the class. You could do a poster, or you could video yourself and you could present it to the class that way. So you had to be in a group project, and myself along with a couple of my friends, and we had these little flip cameras, and I don't even know what they're called, to be honest, but they are these little flip cameras that had USB, and you plugged them right in, and you get the files and stuff, and like probably recorded in like 720, something like that. Anyway, we did our presentation on that. We did a little skit, and instantly we were addicted. We ended up doing all of our projects like that throughout that year, and then what was amazing is she recognized the potential that we had with our creativity, and each one of us had a different job. We would write scripts, we would edit, we would spend some of our lunch hour editing videos. We would stay after school and edit video. We were addicted in a way to express our creativity and show that we had more to offer from our personality than just like a regular presentation. And what I loved about that is there were so many alternate ways that you can learn from someone. It doesn't just have to be like right on paper. And she was able to, push that through us and show us that it was more than that. And so following my freshman year, myself and my two friends, we went to the board. We had her as our advisor, and then we ended up asking to see if they would create a film class. And we never had a film class in the history of our school that I know of. And we ended up founding the first film class. And we had a JVC camera. We had some other equipment. So we did some upgrades. But we were able to put on broadcasts for the whole entire school that was like skits and plays and this different type of medium that we could just express ourselves. For me, we did all of our editing on Windows Movie Maker. We never had a laptop. We didn't have like good um, PCs. We didn't have any of the stuff. We're running off of absolute nothing, and uh, it still was something that I was just hooked with. And even though we was young, I think that's when I remember holding the JVC and as a bigger camera and doing these simple pan shots and thinking about how we can make it more creative. Go low to the ground or go up higher to get different angles. How can we make it a little bit more intriguing for the viewer? And I think that's when the sparks just started and the embers started rising, and something about it just said, I got to do this more. So fast forward to graduation. This image here that I'm showing you is one of my favorite images that has been taken of myself, along with that I have seen in my personal opinion. My mother took this, so shout out to my mother. And at the time, I was so frustrated that it was how blurry it was, because it was taken on in a little digital camera that was just, very, very cheap in a way, from something from like Walmart, and just was not there. But this image shows emotion. It shows 4 years of two teachers believing in somebody and accomplishing that goal. And I don't think if I didn't receive these hugs and this love from these two women, that I would be the creator I am today. And I went on and I got my bachelor's degree from Glenville State University in studio art. So I took that energy and kind of like went into there, and I really didn't get into the digital side until I was about to graduate from there. And then it was a professor who kind of like just showed me different types of mediums when it came to my art, and I said, I think I want to do more of the digital side. So about 2014, 15 is when I actually first picked up a camera, and I started taking photos. I was on part of our student government association at Glenville State University, and I was the PR executive. So what I had to do was I had to go to the events, and I wanted to document it and take photos. That way we get more students to come to it and so forth. And someone, I still don't know to this day, gifted me a full camera. I went to my mailbox, and they actually had a camera there that was ready for me to pick up, and they said, don't ever let your creativity die. It was just the only note that was with it. So immediately I took it, I started using it. It was a Nikon D3200, very simple, very easy, but for me it was above and beyond something that just somebody saw and they believed in me, and they wanted to give me the tool to succeed. So, with this whole video of like talking about where it began, where my creativity kind of started, I think it ultimately comes down to having mentors and having people that believe in you. If you are by yourself right now as a content creator, you can succeed. Find yourself a community, find yourself a mentor that you can ask questions, that is, same like-minded as you are in your goals and your aspirations, because you never know where you're going to end up in a few years, right? For me right now, I'm seeing the content that I create and the content that I want to create, and I want to surround myself with the same type of people. So I'm striving for bigger goals. I'm striving for more creative goals, because I want to be ultimately pushed more and more. So to completely wrap it up and everything, I wanted to give you guys kind of like an insight of where it all began, and give you kind of like, some words of inspiration that you too can create anything you want. You just really have to understand that it may not be successful today, but tomorrow it will. So please don't give up. Never stop creating. And a huge shout out to my mentors that's been there for me already. Mrs. Yoke, I love you. Miss Jones, I love you. You guys are two educators that I truly, truly appreciate so much. Teachers don't give enough love in this world, and what they have to put through, and on a day-to-day basis is crazy. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do. And let me know if you liked this video, if you want to learn more about some stories, some projects that I've done in the past, or if this is something that you absolutely don't care about, let me know about that as well, because that's the only way I get better and stuff too. So hope you guys liked it. We'll see you in the next one, and never stop creating.